Up first, Sebastian Vela, the community chief of Access Space. What's Access Space? Well, it's a co-working space in South Florida where you can collaborate with business people you don't even know. Sebastian, good to have you on the show, man. How you doing?
Good, and you, Dave?
I'm good. I don't have a cool title like you, community chief. What does that mean?
Well, I just made it up. It's
Good.
just didn't want to go with CEO or CFO, something
Right.
corporate, since we're kind of like different than the corporate America, maybe.
Yeah.
Community chief is just kind of like community manager and the one that controls all the community of Access Space.
You're the
So all
chief,
members.
man. Yeah.
Well,
That's
try
it.
to be.
Yeah. So, all right. So we're going to talk. We'll spend a lot of time talking about Access Space. Co-working is the concept.
Yes.
Tell me more about it and why Fort Lauderdale is a good location.
Okay,
for it.
well, co-working started like organically. It started in San Francisco, New York, Berlin, London, all the big cities. And it started actually, there's two stories. So one started in a studio where two guys were working on a project on an advertising agency. And they had a lot of space for them. And they just said, hey, let's bring people over and help us with the projects. But they started thinking, hey, there's more members. We could turn this into a business. So that started like that. Also, technology companies also started it like that. So they rented out space for people. And it's an open space. Instead of you just need a laptop, that's it. That's why you need it. And why we chose Fort Lauderdale is because Fort Lauderdale is really, really growing city, and it depends a lot and benefits more from Miami.
All right, so your co-working space is Access Space.
Access Space, yes.
And it's here in Fort Lauderdale. So tell me specifically about what's going on over at Access Space.
Access Space, well, there's a lot of people there that want to get out of their ordinary working from home. So they just got tired of working from home and in isolation especially. So there's a lot of members that interact with each other, collaborate with each other. So there's no typical day. There's like every day it's different. So people just go there, collaborate, do their work, go out for lunch. So that's pretty much.
But it's different. It's different careers. It's different walks of life.
Different careers. So
Yeah.
you get creatives like web designers. You get attorneys. You get accountants. There's also the British Swim School, which they sell franchises for swimming academies. So they just want to be in a different space.
And do you find that these different businesses that really don't seem to have too much in common on the surface anyway, are they interacting with each other, getting advice from each other, bouncing stuff off each other?
Yes, they are. They are actually. I got one guy that, hey, I need a website. He was an attorney, so we just told him, hey, there's this couple of options that you can choose from, and they're right next to you.
That's such a smart idea. It's such a cool concept. How did you find out about it? So I know you told me it started in these big cities. So when did the light bulb go on for you? And you were like, all right, well, I'm bringing this here.
Sure. Actually, my two partners, my dad, he's the architect, and his partner is the builder. They've always built townhouses in Fort Lauderdale. So they found this commercial space at the River House, and they brought me into the picture to try to help them with kind of like the market study and see what to do with the property. They wanted to do, the first idea was to do executive offices, which there's a lot in Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
But in my research, I found out about co-working and the collaboration and everything. And when I tried to interview some people that were in the industry, they were really open about it, shared their experiences. So it was great, and that's how we changed into co-working.
It sounds fun. It sounds like I'd like to spend a day there and just sort of bounce off ideas off of people. What is a typical day like over there?
There's no typical day, actually.
Right.
It's different every day. People just share with each other, collaborate, and so you can go to the pool, you can go to a gym of the building, actually. So you can relax, you can do work, you can go to a gym, workout, and also go out to lunch with some of your coworkers and just get to know with each other.
Oh, and you have green memberships. What are they all about?
Green membership, we started because Fort Lauderdale needs a lot of maybe bike routes and bike lanes, and I think maybe we have two or three members that are actually right now riding the bike, and we gave a discount to them for just using their bike or their skateboard or just walking to access.
Is that sort of part and parcel of what you're doing going forward? Do you want to make it more of like an eco-friendly, sort of space?
Eco-friendly and also healthy lifestyle. So since we have the healthy lifestyle, we also have the healthy workplace. So we have also some standing desks for you to do some work standing. So it's pretty much more for healthy for everybody and also eco-friendly. So
Now, as I think about a shared workspace, I think the most difficult challenge will be the refrigerator. Because right, when you work in an office, people are always stealing food, and they got to label the food and stay away from my hummus or whatever.
Yeah.
How are we dealing with the refrigerator? Has there been any problems so far?
None. Actually, we had the refrigerator only a month ago. So it's more like a trust-based community. So everybody knows each other and shares everything.
Really?
I mean, just their lunch, they bring it over.
Yeah.
But we haven't had any problems actually.
So
only of throwing out something that's old, we've thrown out, and
no apples have gone missing. Nothing.
Nothing.
Like that.
No.
Yeah, all right, that's good. Well, that's good.
Nothing has gone missing actually, so that's a good thing.
What's coming up next? What's the future for your workspace?
Well, we want to bring more people in. Actually, more than that is educate Fort Lauderdale about it. Mm-hmm. So we've tried to engage with the Riverwalk. We're trying to engage with the city government. So in order to educate people about coworking, everybody that asks about Axis, what's coworking, they don't know what it is. So we just try to educate people about it. And for that, we want to grow into cities similar to Fort Lauderdale. Just like, let's say, San Diego could be a good example because it's right next to LA. But it's separate, has its own culture, just like Fort Lauderdale.
Would you do Miami?
No.
Really?
Well, we like Miami, but it's oversaturated right now, and I like the culture that Fort Lauderdale is giving out.
Okay.
So cities like Fort Lauderdale, it's pretty
You
nice.
like the vibe that Fort Lauderdale is throwing down?
I do. I actually do. So that's why I moved to Fort Lauderdale. So.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Yeah.
All right, so people now are excited. They want to share a workspace and share Barbara's healthy lean cuisine that she has in the freezer, but not steal it. How can people be part of this community environment? How do they find you?
Well, actually, they can find me over anytime. I give everybody. We actually have an application called Slack. So that you can find everybody there. If you have a specific question, you just can find me, find any of your coworkers there. So anything you need, just post it over there, and everybody can see it, or a private message, whatever you
and how can people? Do you have a website people can use to contact you to get more information?
We do. Okay. It's axisspace.com, and you can contact us there by hello@axisspace.com. So that's pretty much pretty straightforward.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Good to see you. What a really fun, cool concept, and best of luck with it.
Thank you, and you're more than welcome to go and try it out.
All right. Sounds good, Sebastian. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Dave.
You got it.
All right.